Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a foundation review. I've had quite a few people ask me to review the new Jane Iredale Beyond Matte Liquid Foundation. Y'all knew I was going to get this. I have such an affinity and such a love for the Glow Time BB cream. I love the Smooth Affair primer. There's so much that I love from Jane Iredale. And foundation, you know, is like my favorite makeup product. So when a new one comes out, I'm all over it. So when I had first purchased this, I got both of these from CitrineNaturalSkin.com or Citrine Beauty Bar in Phoenix, Arizona. And when I first bought it, I had no idea what color to get. I don't think that they match up precisely to like the BB cream colors. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure they don't. So I just kind of went off what the swatches online look like. And at that point, there weren't that many swatches. So it was a complete guessing game. I ended up getting M4. This does come in a nice, frosted glass bottle, but you can see the color of the foundation. And then it does have a pump. So this is M4. I'm going to show you what that looks like. When I got it and swatched it, I knew it was going to be too light on me. So I never tried it by itself. That's M4. However, I did mix it in with the Glow Time BB cream. And I absolutely loved it because I made sure to use like the darker color I have of that. It was wonderful, but I couldn't form an opinion on it by itself because I had not used it by itself. So then I reordered M8 because I messaged Citrine on Instagram. If you ever have a question about like coloring, matching, all of that stuff, they are really awesome about that. I sent them a picture of me with no makeup. They matched me to M8 and it works a lot better. Just so you know, M4 is light to medium neutral. M8 is medium neutral. Now I will say M8 does not look neutral to me. It does have a very yellow warm undertone. So keep that in mind. But the M4 does look neutral in my opinion. Up against the M8, it almost looks a little pink, but I don't feel like it pulls pink on the skin. So let's go ahead and just use M8. And while I'm applying it, I will tell you the claims and more information about the foundation. I'm going to do one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. I pumped out one pump, and this is the consistency. So you can see it is a little bit thicker. It's not running down my hand, not going anywhere. So let's just go ahead and put this on. I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. They suggest using their contour brush, which I have, but I've just been using this one, so that's what we're going to use. This is a clean, weightless, multitasking 3-in-1 foundation with buildable stay-put coverage and a natural-looking semi-matte finish. Formulated with skin-nourishing, plant-based ingredients, it is 100% vegan and always cruelty-free. It has no phthalates, parabens, non-GMO, no synthetic preservatives or fragrance, no talc, and no nanoparticles. It has an ingredient called Protect, which is an eco-friendly ingredient made from linseed and celery seed extracts. It brings firmness, tone, and density to the skin. It also includes peptides, which minimize the appearance of shine and promote a smooth, semi-matte photo-ready finish, and Xylogel, a proprietary blend of tamarind seed and plant-based hyaluronic acid, which enhances the ability to improve skin elasticity, smooth and moisturize the skin, and reduce micro roughness. This comes in 18 True to You shades and retails for $50 for 27 milliliters or 0.9 fluid ounces. So you can see this is the sponge side and this is the brush side. I personally prefer the coverage that you get from the brush side. I still have quite a bit of product left on my hand, so I'm going to build it up over here, just on my cheeks, where I felt like I didn't get a ton of product or a ton of coverage on my redness. So looking at it, and I have not put it on my neck, I would call this a medium coverage foundation. Like if I really looked, I could still see some redness, but again, I would have to really look. But I also don't think it's so full coverage that it looks bad. I do believe that it is more of a natural. I don't even really think it's semi-matte because I still can see some radiance in my skin, which I am all about. I do not like super matte foundations. It does still have a little bit of tack to it, and some product is coming off on my hand, so it is probably going to be one that you want to set up close for you so you can see. So this is the foundation. Straight on the skin. I did not use a primer today, and I'm not in focus. I just feel like it looks like skin. My pores look like my pores normally do. Hasn't enhanced them any, but it's not sitting heavy on the face either. So let's see how this performs under other makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, the rest of the makeup is on. So I will do a close-up here in a second, but this back is what the makeup looks like. I used today the Lawless Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder. They recommend using their pressed base or their loose base. I find that that just adds a little bit too much more coverage on top of it. I've said before, I like to use those products on top of like BB creams or really lightweight tinted moisturizers to add a little bit more coverage while also setting the product. But something that already has a good solid medium coverage, I don't find the need to add that much more onto, so I didn't. I did write notes for a few of the days that I wore this. I love, love, love the Beautycounter Illuminating Cream under this. I mean, to be fair, I love it under everything, but I loved it with this. I also used the Jane Iredale Smooth Affair Primer. So this right here, I'm actually almost out of this. I love this primer in general. It's a very basic hydrating primer. It doesn't leave any kind of like luminosity or anything on the skin. And for some reason, I liked it better with the illuminating cream underneath it. I don't really know why, and it didn't look bad with the Smooth Affair underneath it. The day that I used the illuminating cream, I used the Glow Skin Perfecting Powder. So just this pressed, you know, basic powder, which I love. And then the day that I used the Smooth Affair, I used the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Powder. Again, a pressed powder that I absolutely love. And then I have used it like today with loose powders. There's something about the illuminating cream and the Glow Skin powder that I just absolutely loved. I used my IT Cosmetics brush that day, which I've already put away, the one that I used on this side of the face. And I had it on from 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. And I put on here, stayed the same all day. I went to a high school football game that night. It was like 90 degrees even at night. And it looked S-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O good. No sinking, no patching, even after sweating at the game. So that was like the first day I tried it on its own, and I was so overly impressed. The next time was the Jane Iredale and Too Faced. I used the BK Beauty foundation brush, and I had it on from 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. So 2 hours more than I did the day before. It still looked great. I put even after the nursery and smiling at the babies, because I work the nursery at church and I smile, you know, you're holding a little baby. I'm talking like I work the newborn to walker, like that precious stage. I did it because my ovaries started hurting and I needed my fix because I knew I wasn't going to have another one. But you smile all the time, and it looked like that's a true testament to me when I leave the nursery and I pull that visor mirror down and I can see it's either really sinks into my smile lines or it doesn't, and it really did not. It did look a bit more radiant at the end of that day, and it did come off my nose around the 12-hour mark. Okay, that's 12 hours. I'm okay with that if it lasts a good solid 12 hours. And then the day before, it didn't come off at my nose at all. So it could have just been a fluke. All of the other days that I wore it and did not take notes, I have absolutely loved this foundation. Let me get up close for you. I did not spray it with any kind of spray because I did not want it to make it like a different finish. But this is what it looks like set with the Lawless. Now, I'm not going to say this is like the most skin-like foundation you're ever going to wear. If you are looking for something that truly looks like skin and you want to stay in the Jane Iredale line, I would go with the Liquid Minerals. because that is a very sheer coverage and it really does just illuminate the skin and look like healthy, glowing, youthful skin. If you want something that's full coverage with more of a radiant finish, I would go with the BB cream. If you want something that's medium to possibly buildable to medium full with more of a natural finish that doesn't have a lot of shine to it and last all day long, I would go with this one, the Beyond Matte. Now, if you have super dry skin, I'm talking like visible patches, this might be a little drying on you, but I mean, it would have to be extreme, like extreme. And with how well it lasted on me through sweat, not even at the football game, but also through workouts, I can't say that it wouldn't also really work for combo to oily skin, especially if you primed accordingly. So really, this is just an all-around fabulous foundation, especially if you're wanting to steer into the more like clean mineral-based foundations. I'm looking, it has celery seed extract, linseed seed extract, honeysuckle flower extract, and honeysuckle flower, okay, says that twice, jojoba seed oil, tamarind extract. So obviously if you are known to be sensitive or allergic to any of those, steer clear, but otherwise I don't see anything that's like super concerning as far as allergies or clogging pores. In fact, it claims to be a non-comedogenic formula and I have not had any problems. And lately I've been having issues with clogged pores. So hopefully you found this review helpful and it answered all of your questions. As always, if it didn't, feel free to ask them down in the comment section below. Let me know if you've tried this. Let me know if you're going to try it. You know, the same thing. I say the same thing at the end of every video because I truly do want to know. Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, I hope y'all all go out and have a very blessed day.